Stanley, Scuba, Sailing, and Adventures. Scuba diving in haunted pumpkin waters with special guest Chef Michael. Little did we know that it was Soak Your Gourd weekend, sponsored by Waikiki Divers at Mermet Springs, when we went for a weekend of leisurely diving. Valerie was kind enough to donate a pumpkin to Chef Michael, who said he'd never carved a pumpkin before. Suddenly and inexplicably, while Chef Michael was carving his pumpkin underwater, he began to carve very, very quickly. It was as though the pumpkin itself was controlling Chef Michael's knife. He continued carving at a feverish pace until his masterpiece was complete. Moments later, the pumpkin's eyes began to glow right there underwater. We decided to leave the pumpkin behind and carry on diving, but it continued to show up around every turn. In the back of the school bus, with its blank stare, I decided to enter the school bus from the front and try to sneak up on the haunted pumpkin. What could go wrong? The inside of the school bus seemed a little darker than normal. As I made my way to the back of the bus to sneak up behind the pumpkin, to my surprise, the pumpkin was waiting for me. The pumpkin began to look more and more like Chef Michael. Perhaps he had intended it as a self-portrait. The pumpkins were everywhere now. They were inescapable. These folks seemed to be paralyzed by the pumpkin's powers. There were pumpkins of all shapes and sizes. This pumpkin was even trying to get us back in the water. There were pumpkins without faces, pumpkins with aliens coming out of them, pumpkins disguised as friendly Muppets. There was only one thing left to do with all of these pumpkins. That, of course, would be to fill them with gasoline and light them on fire. But who would be up to the job? It was time to send the pumpkin spirits back to where they came. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.